Hey everyone. So back to school is the hot topic, right? And I have been doing what I do in special education for over 20 years, maybe close to 25 years. And I'm a special needs sibling. I was a special education teacher. I've sat on just about every side of the IEP table. Most of you guys hear me talk about the Master IEP Coach Mentorship, which is what is happening right now. In fact, I just got done recording a new training for the Master IEP coaches who are in this session. Next session is in the fall. Registration's open now, but next session is in the fall. And we're talking all about strength-based IEPs. For those of you that don't know what strength-based IEPs are, I'm just going to talk about it in really simple terms. It's basically not making a child work all day long on things that are not their favorite things. They're the really, really hard things. They're the things that make them shut down and not want to engage. And a lot of times that's how IEPs are set up, because IEPs naturally gravitate towards all the deficits. And it takes a real intentional type look at a child. So you have to intentionally look at the child and say, what do they like? And not just for rewards and not just for motivators, but looking at what are their preferences and how could we possibly build momentum towards the next milestone that they are working towards, to make sure that we are not causing unnecessary stalling in a child making progress. Just because we want things done our way, with the tools that we want to use, with the curriculum that we have in front of us, instead of really individualizing the education. Now, here's why it's so important for this upcoming school year. We are a hot mess, right? A lot of people don't even know how they're going back to school. And it's going to be really, I don't want to say scary, because I don't want to go onto the whole fear thing, right? But it's going to be very uncomfortable. It's going to be very stressful. There's going to be a lot of unknowns. So if there's a lot of unknown things and a lot of new things that are coming up, why would we not put some comfort kind of tools inside of a child's day? So you know what? If they love trains, let's do all of our reading about trains. Forget it. Forget about well, we have to read about, Johnny and Sally who went to the park. Yeah, you'll get there. But if you need to read about trains because that's what engages a student, because that's how you're going to work on WH questions, because that's how you're going to rebuild trust, because that's how you're going to get comfortable in the classroom, that's what we need to do. So Nicolette says that's why it's so important to partner with parents. So Nicolette is a Master IEP coach. She's based in Indiana. She helps fellow teachers. She is a special education teacher. She helps fellow teachers really work on classroom organization and paperwork and all the things that go with being a special education teacher. She's also passionate about partnering with the parents of the students in her classroom. So I want you to make it like this a real effort, guys. No matter what your role is. Most of you watching are probably parents, but we've had a lot of teachers and therapists and admins coming to join us over here and join these discussions. I want you to make sure that you know that, yes, we have to put relationships first. We're going to see a lot of that, a lot of social emotional learning, a lot of relationships first, a lot of build trust between students and teachers, because, trust was broken last year with the whole school concept, right? Like just disappeared with that. The next level of that is to use preferred activities and to use their strengths to help them engage and move forward, because we can't have it all just be about, relationships in the way of like not addressing academics. We have to address academics. We have to address social emotional, things, right? With communication. That's going to be huge. Behavior plan is going to be a big deal. Everything's going to be a big deal in the fall. But a strength-based IEP, and this doesn't mean you have to go rewrite the whole IEP. If you've been around here for a while, I'm all about integrating new things into the IEP and then adding it to the paperwork when we know that it works, when we have the data, when we know, all the information that we have to have, and we're not just sitting at an IEP meeting making up paperwork and guessing about it. So strength-based IEPs, think about it. Think about how you as the parent or you or as the teacher are going to open up the conversation as we get to these fall school plans on integrating things that a child likes, not just for motivators and rewards, but actually for learning to reestablish the trust, get back to baseline, and start to move forward. If you have questions about that, I would love to have you guys hop on over to IEPchecklist.com and go grab a free IEP checklist. Go get some tips and some different strategies about your next IEP meeting, about what you need to do next when it comes to fall. Inside of that IEP checklist, you'll get all the information of how you and I can connect. I'd love to have you join us in the next Master IEP Coach Mentorship. If you're hearing that and you're thinking you want in, go get the details over there. This is not the time to get a tickle in my throat. It's time. I have to go over and go coach the coaches. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off, I guess, and go hopefully get rid of this scratch in my throat. You guys, I'll go see you over here to go grab your free IEP checklist, over here to become a Master IEP coach. I'll see you guys soon.